Well, howdy folks. We're off and running on the road at last, driving to our first night's campsite, a free camp out near Bollon, which is just on the other side of St George. I've just gone through a little town called Mooney, and not much to see there, a roadhouse and a school, and that was about it. So it's about 550k from where I am in Brisbane out to St George and Bollon way. Decided to just absolutely go nuts today and just go as far as I can, because obviously getting out of Brisbane through to Toowoomba, out past Dalby, heading out to St George way, that sort of is the most time consuming part, is getting through the traffic, getting through the still large towns, on the highways, all that sort of stuff, all the other caravanners and things, getting past them all, and getting far enough out where you can actually start to make inroads into where you want to end up, which is our case, the Burke and Wills tree at the moment. So tonight we'll be in Bollon. Wallum Creek is the name of the campground. We'll check it out when we get there, obviously, and see what it's all about. It does have reviews on Wikicamp saying that you need to get there early. Now, I left late today, unfortunately, so apparently it fills up pretty quick because it's such a great little spot to camp. So we'll see what I end up with when I get there. I might be on the outskirts or closer to the road, or, I mean, who knows. We'll see when we get there, but that's all right. You know, it is what it is. If we get a spot right on the river, then fantastic. If not, so be it. You know, it's no big drama. Still got about 300 k's to go, according to the GPS, and pretty much flat straight west. So, or southwest, I should say. St George is next, which is still about 200 clicks away, and then Bollon is about 100 after that, roughly. So, should get there at about 4 o'clock. I would have liked to have got there about 2 o'clock, but like I said, was late getting out this morning, was stuffing around like I usually do. Spring has definitely sprung out here, guys. Saw a big goanna eating a big kangaroo that was dead on the side of the road, and that goanna was huge, let me tell you. But they're all coming out now because spring sprung, obviously, and there are plenty of food to be had. And it's just rained out here apparently about 1 or 2 weeks ago. So there's a lot of wildlife getting around, seeing lots of birds and lorikeets and galahs, and oh goodness me, it's all happening. I'm going to try and capture some of that as we head out. Stick around and we'll get into Bollon and set up camp shortly. See you soon. Alrighty folks, just come out of St George, refueled, about 80 clicks out of Bollon where our campsite is tonight. As you can see, hopefully you can see it behind me, the dirt's turning redder and redder the further west we go. It's always a great sight to see. And shadows are starting to get a little bit long, so looking forward to getting into camp and getting set up. So today we've seen plenty of roos, as I just let a truck go past on the other side. I have to slightly go off the road here. The roads are quite narrow. Anyway, yeah, so we've seen a deer. Saw a deer dead on the side of the road with a crow having a nice feast on that. And surprisingly, I didn't think I'd see one so early. Just about 100 clicks before St George, I saw a dead emu on the side of the road. I wasn't expecting to see emus as roadkill a little bit further out yet, but there you go. Some cattle on the road and things like that we've come across so far, and it's been quite a good drive out. Like I said, I had that late start, so I'll be trying to catch up to myself a little bit throughout the day, trying to pedal to the metal, so to speak, without speeding. Like I said, about 80 clicks out of Bollon, the campground. Hopefully there's a half decent spot left for me, and we'll check it out. All right, guys, see you in a minute. Well, folks, excuse the shadow, but we've arrived for our first camp spot of the night. This is Wallum Creek Campground in Bollon. Go for a quick walk down here. It's not too busy, which is fantastic. And right on the creek here, Looks like there's some fish in there. Saw a bit of movement earlier. But go for a wander shortly once I get set up and see what's around here. Apparently there's quite a nice walk around the place along here, so we might go check that out shortly. But for the moment, this will be home for tonight. Got a nice little bit of flat ground here, and those of you with a keen eye, if you look beyond the fence, there's a cemetery. Be interested to see some of the dates in this cemetery. I'm sure some of them are going to date back quite a way. Now, I know some people might think it's a bit creepy and spooky to camp so close to a cemetery, but I don't really believe in ghosts, so this is going to be a magnificent spot. So right here is where I'm going to go. Just here. Above me there's no trees to fall on me, no widowmakers, which is good. And we'll get set up, sit down for 5 minutes, crack a beer, and chill out. All right, guys, time to set up. Alrighty, here we are. Nice and simple tonight. Just the swag, tables for a bit of food prep, my chair obviously, and a campfire, which I've just fired up. That'll take off shortly. Here on the river in Warham Creek at Bollon. Now, it's pretty magical here. It's very quiet. A little bit of highway noise, but that's all right. All the other campers here seem very friendly. There's not that many here. And I think it should be a good night. There's some people fishing up there before. I was going to send the drone up, but it's a bit too late for that. And too many trees around. So I'll get some cool shots in the morning and show you around a bit more. But it's been a good 7 hours of driving for me today. So I'm going to have a couple of beers, chuck some snags on, nice simple dinner tonight, and probably hit the bed early, I reckon, and get on the road and head out towards Thargomindah tomorrow. So yeah, let's get into it. Bit of dinner on the old fire, the way it should be. Good morning, everybody. Just thought I'd give a quick scan of the campground for everybody. Walham Creek, out here just past St George, about 100 clicks out. Glorious night last night. It was very, very quiet, and even saw a meteor shower last night. Just glanced up and the whole sky was lit up. It was absolutely magnificent. But all good things must come to the end. This was only ever an overnight stop. So push forward now to just past Cunnamulla, just before you get to Thargomindah, and pull up camp there. Just another one-nighter tonight before I do the big push out to the Burke and Wills tree. Camping behind the cemetery wasn't scary at all. Didn't see any ghosts last night, no strange noises. The oldest gravesite here goes back to 1870, and that guy was born at about 1810. So a fair bit of history around these parts. But on the right hand side is the billabong. There's even some exercise equipment here. It's quite good here. You could easily do probably 3 or 4 days here, I reckon. The town is only about 500 metres away, but obviously being a small country town, there's no noise or lights or anything like that. The pub looked pretty good. The general store had a great pie yesterday. I wasn't going to tell anyone I had the pie, but bugger it, it was good. And yeah, so what we'll do now is push on, fuel up in Cunnamulla, maybe say good day to the Cunnamulla fella, and move on to our next stop for the night. So as you can see, I'm all packed up, ready to rock and roll. It's just going on 8 o'clock in the morning, and like I said, it was absolutely glorious here. The sun came up behind those trees this morning into the swag. It was magnificent. There was a bunch of ducks here earlier, and they've all taken off. They decided to have a big meeting this morning and were very vocal, but it was quite nice to wake up to it, to be honest. Plenty of water in this river, great to see. All right guys, we'll push on, eh? Next stop, Cunnamulla. This here's the Bollon Hotel, guys. The main establishment in town. Pretty much the only establishment in town. Had a sneaky beer in here yesterday. It's quite nice. Classic old-fashioned country pub. Great little spot. Down there's the rodeo grounds. Now they're having some sort of sale on today. Cattle sale. So I might... old General Motors store. A couple of dogs barking. Plenty of wildlife birds out here, guys. Plenty of birds. And this is the street through town. Very quiet. Little memorial park. Over there we've got some showers and some toilets. There's that sign saying the rodeo grounds, guys. You might be able to hear the announcer in the background of the microphone. They've been going since about 6 a.m. But that there, guys, is Bollon in a nutshell. To be honest, it's one of the larger towns I've driven through since I left St. George. All right, let's get on the road. Cunnamulla, here we come.